We do it on the Donna Smith Show. On the Donna Smith Show. And this is how
How
we
we
do it.
do it.
And this is how we do it. And this is how we do it. On the Donna Smith Show. Y'all, y'all. What's this? What's going on, y'all? Am I here? I keep getting this low resolution thing keep popping up, so it better just leave me alone. Good evening. Welcome. We are here this evening on the Donna Smith Show, live table talk with my panel. Hey, JJ, Gareth, he's here too. And John Timothy Mims is somewhere on one of them streets he got on this. He had to step away, y'all. He had to step away.
I'm out in the
You been on
field.
one of them streets because they got the street
Yeah,
sign.
he's
The
on
backdrop.
Community High
I'm out in the
Road,
field.
Grand. He's on he's on one of them, them my San Francisco.
I'm your field reporter.
He's on the Bocadero. I don't know. There he is. He's back. John Timothy Mill. Welcome, everyone. We are here tonight with some wonderful coming together of the minds. I just want to say before we get started that anytime anybody wants to be a part of the Zoom, you're welcome. The link is always posted up on my Facebook page. Just click on it. Come on through. It's all right. We welcome everybody. If you don't want to do that, always chime in on YouTube Live, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, because this is what we do. We bring this grown folk table talk, just bouncing it off. And we are not here to offend anyone. I know certain topics and certain levels of discussion. It's not for everyone. You can mute that. You can go get some coffee, a little shot of rum or something, or do something, fold up some clothes, come back.
Or get you some leftover Halloween candy.
Uh-oh. Halloween candy. There you go. Tell them about it, JJ. You can do that too, y'all. And then come on back, because there's something on here we may just, we may just say something you just may be interested in, right, fellas? Right. And we need I need a woman to come through sometime because these men be beating me up. Let me tell y'all, they be all up.
Oh,
I don't
really?
be having no help. They just, but I give a woman's point of view on what we say or what we talk about. But anyway, welcome to the show, everyone. And what we do to get started is first off, we are going to do our toast to the hostess with the mostest. Everyone, bring up your glass. I don't care what it is, coffee, water, wine. What you got, Gareth?
Water.
H2O. Uh-oh, what you got, JJ?
I got a little vodka and lemon juice and lemonade.
Vodka and lemonade. Well, go ahead
Yeah.
on. John, what's up with you?
H2O.
You got water?
I've always got water. Or cranberry juice. I'm about to have some juice.
Oh, that's
Cranberry
so nice.
juice.
Well, I have eggnog, you guys.
That was last week. I had eggnog last week.
But
Yep.
this is eggnog from Costco. Costco, I'm giving you a shout out. This is Costco's Kirkland eggnog that has a little bit of something in it. Got a little something in it other than eggnog. So it
Yeah,
kind of,
I had that Evan Williams mixture last week.
yeah, I don't, let's toast it first before we get
Yeah.
clink, clank, clank,
Clink,
clank.
clink.
There we go. Mm-hmm. Okay, now back to that. I enjoy, it's seasonal with the Kirkland eggnog. It's like it's tasty. You got a little percentage of some alcohol in there, but it's not extreme and it's nice. It's mellow, it's nice. I like to enjoy it this time of year. I saw some also at Safeway. I'm quite sure they have it everywhere, but it was another kind of Safeway. I didn't really get that, and you can also add a little something to that to make it.
If you feel like it needs a little more, yeah.
Yeah, if you need a little kick, but
The Evan
holiday
Williams hit
time,
just right.
yeah, it's real good to have your eggnog. And I must say, last night, and I'm carrying the share right now, guys, I'm sharing my low. I went to this new soul food restaurant in Fairfield, ate some good, I think it's called
Okay.
Aunt Annie's or something like that. Real good food. Had me a little something. Went not far down the street to this little I don't know what you call it. It was not a restaurant, but they had food in there and they had drinks and they had the big screen TV and all that. And we went and had some little drinky drinks. But I had gotten a drink that I haven't had in a while, which was Sex on the Beach. You heard of that one?
I've
Sex.
heard of that one.
So it had vodka and it had like some, I don't know, pineapple juice. It had a few things in there, right? But I had them put my peach Ciroc in there. Boy, was that a good one. Mm. It was
That's
good.
awesome.
Good. The only thing, the little place was cozy and cool. It's just that it was a little too cold in there. They had the little fire going out on the deck, but inside it was a little too chilly, but it was just something different to do when you just feel like doing a little something but not doing a whole lot. You know, it wasn't like no big old bunch of dancing and all that stuff going on. But sometimes it's just good for a little conversation, a little catching up, just to have a little something, sit down and just chill, different ambiance, different atmosphere. Um, that's cool. But and they was, I must say, for it to be in Fairfield, I mean, I'm not saying Fairfield don't be getting down with it, but they was playing some pretty funky music up in there. They had somebody was using a whatever through their phone or something, but they was jamming.
That's what's up.
And so that made it even better. I wasn't listening to no, you know, that music that
Right.
just ain't, got you all off beat and stuff like that. I don't, but that was really cool. And so that was how my weekend pretty much ended. Um, on a Saturday, it was more into pampering me. I call it a date myself, pamper me when it's nail time or feet time and that type of thing. You do it, you do it, you, right? And that's nice sometimes. It's nice to kind of date yourself and, you ain't got no demands. You just out, doing what you got to do, take care of yourself. And that is the number one thing we have to remember, you guys. You have got to take care of you first.
That's right.
If you don't take care of you, how the heck are you going to be any good to take care of anybody else, right?
Right.
Right? Because I mean, even men, I don't know if you guys go get pedicures, but if you don't, you should. Because I
I
know,
give myself one once a week.
yeah, your feet need
Yeah.
attention, you guys. Y'all be having some crusty, rusty, pitiful. And don't be thinking that's sexy because it ain't. It ain't. You want your woman.
Not I.
And see, you saving money doing I know how to do it. I could do my own and all that too. I was trained to do those, but it's just that sometimes you just want to be pampered. You don't want to do your own feet. You want to go and let somebody else do your feet, and in your hands and stuff. But if you do know how to do that and it's in between, maybe like every other time or every few times you do your own, that's a good thing. Keep those feet in order. Keep it in order. And what's another thing I wanted to share? I'm just rambling on. I was talking to somebody that was telling me about how they were saying, out here nowadays with the dating and, going out and meeting people and, a lot of the men, I just want to know what you guys' opinion is because you're men on the panel here and the viewing audience, please chime in with a chat with this if you like. But a lot of men don't really know what they getting anymore when they out here dating these women. And they went to make up some things such as the women with the hair, the eyelashes, the thing to hold the tummy in, whatever you call those things you wrap around, and you got the enhancers to push the booty up. And if you may, you got all these different, they was talking about the push-up bras, how some women you take off the bra and and the chi-chis is way down here, but she got on the bra that make them stand at attention, right? And they were just saying, you just don't know what you're getting no more. They felt like it was false advertisement, that a lot of women are just not being themselves, just being in the natural. I mean, I don't know. I want to know what you guys think. I don't see it as false advertisement. You know, like it was a man saying this. And my thing is, like I said, some men that like start receding, right? You start receding, your hair go back here. Yeah, JJ, you feel me? Yeah, you got a little on my brother.
I don't care. I'm keeping it.
I know, just hold on. You know, I always say keep hope alive, because some of them be having dreadlocks and braids way back here, and all this is gone, and they be
Yeah,
holding
this
on.
isn't actually not that bad. Actually, I
No,
was
you're
like, you
not
know
that
what?
bad.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. But
It's
some
not.
men have all that, and then they'll go and shave their head. They just go bald because they don't like that look, or some don't like a head full of gray, or whatever they trip is. But you do what you do to make you feel good
What?
with whatever you do, right? Ain't nobody judging. Okay. So this person was saying,
People are judging, Miss Donna. People are very judgmental, which is why
met
we're
this
talking about this.
woman. They met this woman and they had been dealing with her for years, but they never really saw her real hair, and they never really, you know, she took off stuff started dangling out that they thought was more in proportion.
How did you
They
compare that
felt
with a
like it was
man's
false
hairline?
advertisement. Huh?
How did you compare that with a man's hairline? A
I'm just saying,
hairline.
no,
I
no,
mean,
but what I was
that's
saying
not a
is that
compliment.
I'm sorry.
That's
I'm sorry.
not.
I'm trying to hold it
We
together.
we
I
talking
was
about.
saying that
He
people
was
want
saying
to
he
do
felt
what they do,
deceitful.
John, because it makes them feel better. You know, you don't know what a woman's dealing with. She may have 3 strands of hair, and she do what she do. It doesn't mean that she's trying to fake like she's somebody else. It's
No,
just
no, no. I'm going by what you read off at the beginning when
about
you
hair.
said the rear
The
end
push-up bra, the
enhancer,
booty.
the enhancers, and like the shapers and all that stuff, and then when they remove it, that's not it. Okay, I ain't talking about the hair, but
They say they don't feel they getting the real. They don't feel they know who they don't know the woman. They don't know the real woman because she got all this stuff that she's doing in a different way instead of just being who she is. I mean,
I've seen
do you
people
guys
who
feel
look
that
totally
sometimes here?
different. It's a girl who actually looked totally different. And I kind of laughed because I was watching this video and this dude, he got the video going and they doing a makeover. And he go, wait, 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 wait. He say, oh, hell no. You could walk past me, owe me some money, and I wouldn't even know it. Because it would look like a total different person. But see, so that can
That's not
be
funny, JJ.
I'm
that where
sorry. It's
people
hilarious.
can question about something because you're a totally different person. But like hair, I don't trip off that because people deal with their propecia, whatever, and
Alopecia.
Alopecia. Yep.
alopecia, I don't know, and things like
What
that.
you call it? Propecia? That's
I
all right.
don't know. I
You
can't
was on the
pronounce it.
You were
same
close
page.
enough. We understood where he was
Yeah,
coming
you
Yeah.
was
from. That's
close,
all
my
that
brother.
matters.
You was
So,
close.
with that and things like that. And then when women are stressed, you lose your edges quicker than men do and stuff like that. So that ain't the trip. But the trip is when you go through a transformation,
Like a booty, like a BBL or something.
when you just take it all off
Oh yeah.
and you got on the pants with the inserts and the
That's what
under.
he was saying. He said he got
Yeah,
with this
that's
woman,
different.
and he thought, he was like, wow, she was all up here and everything was cool, and she was rocking her little stretchy pants, and then once things came off, stuff just started drooping and hanging and bouncing out. And it's like, what do you do? It's like, this
Well,
ain't what I signed up for. I mean, because men are very visually stimulated, right?
All are human creatures
Huh?
are we're visual creatures,
You're visual creatures.
women and men.
Well, y'all are more so than we are. We look at you visually too, but you guys are, John. I don't care what that
I
little look
don't know about
got.
I
that one,
don't know
Donna. I grew up
about
with a
that.
family with women, and I heard
I
all
don't
kinds of
know
stuff.
about
I know
that.
all y'all secrets, so you can't pull that one on
I
me, Miss
do
What
not
Donna.
know.
secret do we have,
Come
JJ?
on,
Y'all
JJ.
got a way that y'all talk about dudes, and y'all go off in y'all little conversations at the dinner table, or y'all go shopping, or go to y'all little hangouts, and y'all got ways that y'all do
Hey,
stuff.
Gareth, you need to help me out, my brother. They doing too much. Is
You
Gareth
Get,
know,
in bed? Are you,
get,
man,
no,
I'm loving you
he's
being
stretched
comfortable,
out.
my brother. Are you actually in the bed with the
ain't
pillow?
nothing wrong with it.
Hey, only on the Donna Smith show.
You even see it?
This is how we get down. I don't care. John been in the car. Gareth is in the bed. JJ, where have you been in an awkward place? Let me see. JJ has been walking to the store to go get
Oh yeah,
his
I've gone to
211
7-Eleven.
with his
Yep, I
thing and
sure
come
have.
back. Hey, I love y'all. Do what you do. Be comfortable. I wish I could be up in my bed right now doing it, but I'm in a comfortable chair, so I'm good.
Well,
But
I'll
But
say
yeah,
on the.
huh?
I'm sorry, John. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go.
I was just about to say, I kind of, on the opposing side, I probably shouldn't be like that. But you're doing a lot of comparison of a comparison of men and women. Men be catfishing too. Men got them sweatpants with the fake print on them.
do
Yeah.
they
That's going around. Yeah, they got a
in the
device
front
on.
part?
Yeah, you could order it on Amazon and have a fake print
What
and
they
put it
Oh,
on.
call?
Yeah,
I did not.
I think it's called a print. Yeah. My glasses are fogging up because
Are
I don't
you
have my fan on.
serious? Well, they
I'm
actually,
serious.
I mean, I know male stripper dancers be doing some stuff, some improvising with making you think they
Mhm.
thing is real long or whatever. But I mean, just to be out in your sweatpants walking,
Yeah, your
you gonna
sweatpants
put a,
They got like they look like Speedos, for instance.
Yep.
You can get them kind. You can get the shorts that
is it like a
they
cup
look
that you
like
wear
brief
with shorts?
boxers. No,
Yeah,
they
it's a
look
cup
like
and it's
they
shaped
got
with it's got
something. They
yep,
even got boxer briefs with these inserts. And you
yep. They got all kinds of stuff. So that all kinds of ways to you look it down there and you like, oh wow, let me holler, and then you go to then they got a Vienna sausage in the bedroom.
See, now that would
Hey, I'm
be
just keeping
very,
it
very,
real.
that would be very, very misleading.
you know?
I mean, somebody told me once, and I'm sorry, we all off track, y'all. We didn't even
no,
get to,
not like this.
I'm
And
sorry.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
exactly.
John, you got it. Somebody told me once, and this is a true story. They say they waited and did not have relations with the person that they wanted to marry. They dated for a year
Oh
and
wow.
they didn't do any relations until the actual, once they went to the courthouse, got married, whatever, that was their first time. And that person had brought a dildo in the bedroom, a big whatever 11 incher or something, and
Wow.
they said they tripped out like, what is this, so they thought they was just into the kinky stuff. They wanted to do something with it, whatever. Come to find out they had a Vienna, and it came out on that first encounter with them just having to keep it honest because they had never did anything. Now, I don't
Oh.
know if if that's something you should discuss.
you can have a conversation,
I mean, shouldn't you talk about that before you get to
Yeah,
that
you
first
can have a
time?
I mean, you can have a conversation. You can say, hey, well, I want you to know, I understand we love each other, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not hefty downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Just say that. At least
Yep.
had a conversation, you know.
So at what point do you think they should have
No,
told
I can't say at what point. It should have been before. Let's just put it that
before
way.
that
Because you
getting
don't know
married,
when
right?
people you don't know what conversations they're having day to day, but somewhere, there's an opening to have the conversation.
Trick or treat candy, sorry.
Okay. You talking about,
Oh.
we talking about
You're
Vienna's and
right,
you putting
right.
lollipops
That's why
in
I'm
your
laughing.
mouth.
What?
Yeah, shame on you.
Y'all get your mind off the gutter.
I'm gonna just sip this real quick.
Anyway, yeah, y'all stop that. Don't do that.
No, I'm not
But
saying nothing. But the whole thing is, if two people really love each other, blah blah, you should be able to have that conversation, and then y'all take it from there. But to surprise somebody, that is kind of that's different. That's just like if it was vice versa.
But John, how do you
It's just
tell
like vice
somebody
versa.
that? How do
You
you?
with a
That's
woman,
just like a woman saying, "I got a big canyon."
but no, she don't have to
Will
say
she
that.
get
It's
with
just
him the
like a
first time
woman
she say, "I
who's
got a big canyon"?
she could be having other things going on. She could be having irregular flows or certain things, where whatever could be going on with her. It don't matter, big, small, it ain't that. It's the whole fact of having a conversation. So if you already talked about getting married, we already decided talking about getting married, how in the world you can't have a conversation? Because you're talking about a lifetime thing. You're talking about you're going to get with somebody because evidently you trust that person. You love that person. You believe in that person. And you believe that they're giving the same thing. You know. So how you not going to have the conversation?
I'm gonna put myself in a Vienna sausage person position just for shits and giggles, right? If it was me, I know for sure it would be fear of rejection. That's everybody's fears. They don't want to get rejected. They know that might be a factor, especially if the woman is talking about, well, I gotta have this and I gotta have that. There's some women talking about that they have to have a certain standard. And it's got to be at least a certain size. I won't say the size because then that's going to make me standardize everything. But that conversation is being had over the internet. It's being made fun of in memes and stuff like that, and other skits and jokes and stuff. And for a person who would have gone through that, I would be sensitive. I know I would. Even if it's a joke, it's like, well, dang, I couldn't control how I was born and how I developed, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But and
Oh,
that's just
you think that it should be also? Hey, Cordell, you think it should be like John said, discussed prior to that first intimate time?
absolutely. But I can see why it's not discussed prior because of the stigma behind it. That especially that we're stereotyped as black men to be packing. But like, let's keep it real. That's the stereotype we hold, and um, it's a good stereotype. I'm not gonna lie, for us who benefit from it, but for those who don't, there's the stigma, and you're really in love with that person, and you're trying your best not to make that be the main thing that they focusing on, but at the end of the day, when everything is all said and done and you're in that bedroom, that dildo isn't gonna cut it. You want that warmth, you want that connection, and you don't want to have some plastic toy right there as a substitution.
Yeah. And
So
they brought the toy to the room on the very first day. It
on the
wasn't
very
like
first
it was
day,
talked about. It wasn't like it was like we got married. This is gonna be our first night, and they just had it. They brought it to the
right?
bedroom. And so
Yeah,
all
but
that should have been a big shocker. The fact that it was a
yeah,
Vienna,
it was a shock.
the fact that they bought a 11-inch, 12-inch dildo.
How many inches?
Um,
Did they
Oh, you
say
didn't
how
say
many
the
inches?
size, Miss Donna. Dang.
But the whole point is this.
yeah, 11
The
inch.
whole point is, even if the person is tripping off the stigma that's behind it, the thing is you can't be selfish. You can't keep what you feel or what you either talk about it or you leave. You don't put the other, you gotta think about the other person.
That's
You
true.
can't, and especially, but you gotta understand, we're talking about, you gotta look at the whole context. You're talking about two people who discuss getting married, not two people who discuss just having a little fling. These is two people who talking about getting married, spending the rest of their life together.
They got,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see it at least. I'm gonna have to
Because
see something
if
beforehand. I
you
I
can't
know,
mean,
just
I
not
mean,
see it.
if I'm going to
JJ
get
said,
married
yeah.
and someone tell me, before we
I
got
mean, since you
married and
flashed it,
whatever, and they got health issues and certain things or whatever, you know, and I make the decision to go ahead and be with that person, then therefore I'm accepting whatever. You know what I'm saying? But after we get married and you tell me, well, the doctor said I got 3 months to live, kind of.
Oh, then you either a
No,
plot
but
twist.
I'm just saying that's just how shocking things can. I'm just making that
Yeah,
um, illustration. You have to speak up. You have to say something. And there's room. There's room. They've been together for over a year. There was room to have that conversation. Let's be real. There was
they have been
room.
yeah.
together a year.
Oh
It was
yeah,
room to have that
yeah.
conversation.
There was a comedian or something in between that was joking about it. There's
There was
something going
room.
on. Somewhere the conversation
So
could
you
have
say
been had.
at some point when it came up, they should have threw out there, well, yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm not really packing too heavy down there.
They
But
could have
yeah, I
said
mean,
that. They
on
could have
one hand, it
easily
takes a lot of
said.
self confidence to be able to just be up and say that and have that conversation. Like you have to be tapped into who your star power, like Cat Williams said, to a certain degree, and be able to own that part of yourself and be like, "Hey, I'm not packing like that."
But
You
it
know,
ain't about what you packing. It's about usage. A lot of cats, you hear stories with dudes come in knocking things, but they don't know how to use it. You can give
I'm,
anybody, huh?
Ah,
there's a pencil. I don't know if you could do a lot with a pencil, but
Some people,
no,
well, you got women who say, "Hey,
no.
listen." There was a thing, and women were saying the fact that I like the fact that he stay at the front door. Let's just put it that way.
He did
okay,
Okay,
what?
that he's at the front door. He knows what he's doing and everything, compared to the one she's been with before, who was all this packing, but all he did was stroke, and that was it. He didn't have nothing to him but that. So you can give anybody a whatever. That don't mean they're going to use it correctly. Whatever you
Well,
got,
that's true.
you use what you got. And two people, like I said, here they is having a discussion about, here they are getting ready to get married. You had that conversation, trust me, y'all work it out. Stop playing. Cause he ain't the only one.
He
yeah,
ain't
Shit,
the only
let's
one.
be
What?
real.
They got a Vienna?
He just part of the statistic. That's all that
Oh,
is.
that
He
have
ain't the
Vienna?
only one. Well, I don't know what it is, what they consider, but the simple fact that, you see, if he feels, hey, I'm not this way or that way. Yeah, because he had to feel that way for him to bring a sex toy, So
yeah,
he knew, so it was his responsibility to say, well, hey, I ain't like this, but I'm open to
I
having
still
some
think that's
toys and
hard.
things
That's
like.
hard on the ego for,
See, that's the problem.
isn't
It
that
ain't
hard
about
to
the
say?
ego. It ain't about the ego. No, I ain't got no 12-inch. Shit, that ain't hard for me to say.
neither do I. Hey,
Ain't what
I
hard
ain't
for me
right.
to say. I can say
No,
it two, three times.
12 inch is kind of off the scale. I remember the video I did. What if he's too large? And a lot of the questions, some of the comment, that video took off. And a lot of the questions that some of the men would ask is, well, what do you consider, what's too small? What's too large? You know what I'm saying? Some
Yeah,
have an issue of, because it's a stigma, society's norm, I guess would say the average is what?
They're saying the average is around 6.
7?
6.
That's just what he said.
The
Now,
average
Average
just
is 6?
is
what they
6.
call them things?
That's
What
the
they
average?
call what they call
That's
them
the
things
average.
that them ladies have? Torpedoes? And they electric torpedoes, and they do just fine with that little electric torpedo. Yeah, you don't know what you can do. The imagination. I mean, if you're gonna take the
Well, that's
imagination
true. You
and
get
do
one
other
more
things, you
Energizer
can do
bunny.
other things. Hell, they got rings. They got rings that vibrate that he can put on, and I mean, it's all kind of stuff. Have a conversation, and y'all take it from there.
Well, can y'all hear all that noise?
No, I can only hear you.
Oh, good. I got some good noise canceling going on because that
Yeah, my phone does too. I have
I am
the
That's
on.
fan going and
something.
everything. Y'all can't hear it.
Yeah, y'all can't hear. But yeah, I just pretty interesting, to have somebody something like that because that is important. And truthfully speaking, I mean, if you really love somebody, you love them. It shouldn't matter what size they are and all that, but I'm pretty sure there's some out there that would say, "No, I'm just not going to I can't marry you because you got a Vienna."
And then
And
that's
now
their
I'm gonna be
choice.
with you for the rest of my life, and I don't want to be cheating, and I know that's gonna drive me to cheat. So maybe we shouldn't do this. I mean, it's some people that look at size that important.
And I would be happy
And I
if
would
somebody
appreciate
told
her
me that.
honesty.
Right, right. So that way I can move on. Thank you.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, and I don't know, some kind of way, like JJ said, you had to have had a comedy show or something that came up in a topic that kind of helped you bridge off into that conversation. Like, wait, with like John threw out there, like, well, I ain't no 12 either. And then the person may say, well, okay, so what are you? And I don't know, maybe they get a tape measure and measure it. I mean, I don't know. People do some crazy things nowadays. I can't see that being one of the main.
No hay la pega, pues detrás esto porque lo ponga aquí, ahí
Okay,
abajo,
What's
see.
that?
para que lo ponga
Okay.
aquí, ahí abajo, aquí es para por dentro.
Yeah, yeah,
Para
see.
que no es, ok.
Okay, no, try to
Okay,
put it
está
on.
bien, buenas
Yeah, see.
noches.
Oh, that's
Okay,
John
I
talking to
got.
somebody in another language. Oh, Lord. Cordell, you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Good to
Sorry
see
you
you,
came
bro.
in on the back end of the conversation. We was talking about the couple that ended up getting married, and then they dated for a year, got married, and then he brings a dildo to the bedroom because he had a Vienna sausage, and she didn't know he had Vienna sausages.
I'm sorry the way you say stuff.
When it comes to men, boy, she's so goddamn animated. So animated.
I'm just saying, don't come to me on my wedding night and tell me you had a Vienna sausage because we didn't have any in relations the whole time, the year, right? They didn't do anything the whole year. So
And you
I
know
guess it
what?
wasn't no touching, feeling, stroking, rubbing. None of that took place. They was trying to really do it the right way.
It might have been dry. He said, I brought the Vienna sausage, you bring the crackers.
She might have had a cracker. I mean, like you say, you ain't really tested the water. And I'm not an advocate of saying go out here fornicate, y'all. Don't get it mixed up. I'm just saying, but if you have not really tested the waters before, you don't know. You just don't know what you may be getting.
I mean,
Wait,
you
well,
ain't
how did you test? Because I just think I'm
Test
just
by
asking. The
by
reason I
clapping.
asked, no, just the reason I'm saying, if I'm with someone and I plan to be with someone, right? And everything, but am I tested with my emotions or I just tested on feeling, on routine? When am I testing? Because we know when emotions and everything get to coming into play, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
It's a whole different ballgame. And testing ain't always the requirement. Because you can always test it and say, ooh, this is nice. And next thing you know, you roll over and she's staring at you in the middle of 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh no. Oh no.
They do that? Where they do that at?
You know where they do that at.
Where?
You know that, yeah. Okay.
I mean, be staring at you like that at 3 in the morning. That was
You
scary.
know that's what a lot of women do that. Got
A
something,
lot of women do that.
got something to say. You got something to say, won't let you sleep. Next thing you know, you waking up to eyeballs in your face and everything. And then, but remember,
Why is she
it
gonna be?
was good. When I took the test ride, everything worked just fine. It
The
wasn't
test
until I
drive?
parked it, the fluid started leaking.
You know, John.
Dang.
Cordell, am I lying?
Ooh.
Am I lying,
Cordell eat
Cordell?
dinner. He don't know what's going on.
Cordell understand.
Got it.
Shoot.
I got
You be like, wait a minute. Why you acting up at 3 o'clock in the morning like that? I heard Joy come in the
Well, if he
morning.
had a Vienna and she didn't get no satisfaction, she
No, I ain't saying,
up
see,
at
that's
3
not what I'm
o'clock.
saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Well,
I'm
what you
saying
saying?
test riding. When you mentioned about test ride, I say you can always test ride something, and next thing you know, you say, oh, you were satisfied with the test ride, but not until you park that sucker in the driveway, you realize this ain't the car you should have had got.
Yep.
Shit. That sucker go to acting up on you and everything.
Y'all know what he's saying?
Yeah,
Everybody
know what I'm
understand what he's
saying? Like
saying?
I said, you test ride it, it was good. Matter of fact, I think I want some more. And then you kind of like, all right, you go to sleep and you wake up in the morning and a crazy butt staring at you 3 o'clock in the morning and you wonder what the hell is going on. Because
Right.
she halfway out of her, yeah, stop playing, Donna. You know,
Because
they
she
got
halfway
them
out.
boys out
No,
there.
I'm trying to understand
You know they
your
got them.
dynamic. Explain it.
My explanation is just because the test drive was good, that don't mean the ownership is gonna be good. The
Well, yeah, because
longevity of the
okay,
car.
for example, sometimes when you give it up, that's it. You know, that make people go crazy.
Some people
So
The
what
crazy
are you
word
on
for
guys
that
me.
is
saying? You shouldn't test drive it?
No, I'm just saying, test driving ain't, okay, I'm gonna get with this woman. I'm interested in this woman. Let me take it to a test ride. We go, we spend a weekend. We got a 3-day weekend together. We all weekend. Ooh, boy, that was good. Da, 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 da. Then come Wednesday. She like, she going all crazy on me and everything. And I'm like,
yeah,
wait, hold
because
up.
you
Where that come
maybe
Well,
from?
what did you do?
I ain't
maybe you
had to
had a
do nothing. 'Cause it was her which she didn't do. She didn't
It
take
was
her
her
medication.
medication.
That's what
oh
she
Oh,
didn't do. I mean,
see.
you just don't, the test ride ain't
So
gonna
you're saying
determine.
your point is
Test riding
test
ain't
driving
gonna
it don't
determine.
always don't matter.
Right. It ain't gonna determine what you got. You enjoy what it was. Come on. Let's be honest. Everybody keep their truths. Who done been with somebody who you know this fool ain't right, but they ain't that bad? Just keep it real. Even if you found out later, you say, "Oh, wait, I didn't know they was like that." Shit,
yeah,
we all come on. I know I didn't have my run-in twos and
yeah.
be like, "What in the world?" I done stuck around. I know I didn't have,
Hey, we
man,
all done had
please.
some cuckoo for cocoa
And that's what I'm saying.
Can't nobody
Test
sit
ride.
up and say they
Test
have.
ride.
I mean, Gareth
Test
ain't
ride.
saying that because he gonna get beat up when he get off this wife go.
It's the
He
same as
talking
letting
about
somebody stay
before
with
marriage.
you.
He talking about before marriage. He knew somebody
I
who was
know, but he
crazy.
don't want to tell it all. He don't want to tell
He
it
ain't
all.
telling
No,
it
it's like
all.
letting somebody stay with you. It sound like it was
Shoot.
good at first, and you let them stay
Mm.
on your couch, and good and clean for that first month, and then the second
Mhm.
month they destroying your living room. They leaving trash all over the place. They being disrespectful, not washing their dishes that they use. They expecting you to do it. Stuff like that.
You know
It's
that's
the same thing.
And that's why they say, even though, I don't know, it's a double-edged sword. Even
when you
when people
spending
are
time with
talking about
someone, this
marriage,
is where you're supposed
they
to know.
say, they should live together maybe during the first 6 months of engagement or something. And then, I mean, I don't know, because that's when a
Is
lot of
knowing
truth
each
come
other.
out, right?
If if you spending quality time with someone, you don't have to be under the same roof. You
Right.
get to know somebody. See, the thing is, people don't take the time to get to know somebody and to let themselves be known to somebody else. See, that's the problem. You got to
Yep.
be willing to let people know who you are and be open to who people are without judgment. Now, it's okay to say, I don't like certain things. That's all right. Because we can go buy a car and say, oh, this car is nice, but I don't like the color. That's okay. All right. But the fact is, it's getting to know people and stuff. Because now you get in the house and all that junk, and you trying to learn somebody while you in the house, and two people live differently. It ain't gonna work. What the
No, it's
hell?
not.
I told you don't fold them towels in half. I say throw them trifold. I want them trifold. So shit. Don't put no goddamn yellow hand cloth with no blue bath towel. You just
Oh, that's also
these other
sleeping with
things
the
that's going
enemy.
the toilet. Why the toilet paper coming over the under the bottom and not over the top? You know,
Toilet
that
seat up,
that
toilet
ain't gonna
seat
give
down.
you. That's not gonna give you time. That's not gonna give you the proper time.
But a lot of
Because you
people do say they think in their situations, they do think that it was better that they did live together. A lot of things came out of the closet in the wash, and they ended up not marrying that person.
Yeah, but you know what? A lot of stuff come out in the wash when you ain't even in the house. You study a person, you be with a person long enough, and y'all spending time. You gonna know how they like the toilet paper. You gonna know how they like. You gonna know when y'all go out and eat. If they went up to the bathroom and the maitre d' came, you gonna be like, no, 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 just bring them this, cause you know they don't like nothing else. You know what they want. Oh, is the other person gonna have a yeah, but they want this and that's what they want. Stop playing. And especially at the year, oh no, If you don't, what is that?
Know me by now. You never
I was
You'll
about to
never,
get to
never, ever know
Harold
me.
Melvin
Yep.
and the Blue Notes, okay? Shoot.
Well, I guess you don't have to live together.
Stop playing,
You don't have to have bigger than a
You can know some
you don't
things.
have to discuss your
Just like, let's just say, just amongst us, just amongst us. We know JJ like music. We know JJ like to mix the vodka with orange juice. We know he even liked the Modelo with them margarita. What was them things? Budweiser margarita, whatever he was
Yeah, it was
getting.
a
I
Bloody
mean, you see
Mary.
what I'm saying? Little
Yeah.
things like that. We know Cordell likes cigars.
Yep.
he
You
showed a
you
heck do.
but see, this is what I mean. You pay attention. He didn't got to sit up here and go, "Hey y'all, I like
But
cigars."
that's out. That's something different. But you don't know what
No, it's not.
people
It's the
like when
same
you're living
thing.
No,
with them.
It's
it's
the
about
same
details.
thing.
Some people
It's
don't
the
pay attention
same
to those
thing.
fine details.
You pay attention to people. When you
You
pay
don't know if he
attention
junkie. You don't
and
know if
you let, oh,
he
you.
don't
But I
take a
get.
bath every day. You don't know all that.
It don't have to don't. But see, this is the thing. You know how you'll know? Hey, what's going on? Oh, I need to call you back. I'm about to jump in the shower. Okay, you know
Hmm.
he cleans his ass or his tail. That's the excuse my language. That's the bottom line, right?
That's
You
real.
know
That's
that.
real.
I mean, and that's the problem. Point people don't they hear stuff, but they don't listen. You can always hear the noise, but if you listen to it, you know what type of noise it is. And folks don't do that.
You know what happens, John? I think they uh, they want to dismiss it because they feel, oh, I could correct that. I can make him or her.
Oh,
And they're not different. They are who they are. So
right,
either that's who they are, or you don't. If
right,
he's not packing,
right,
he's not. If she's not,
right,
she's not doing her thing.
right, right.
So you could be the prettiest lady. You invite me over to your place, and it looks Like, dump. My place is cleaner than your place. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a phone call I gotta take. I'll be right back.
Right. Right.
Okay, you get ready to go answer it?
No, she missed it already.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
you
was-
just trying to crack a joke. You trying to be
She
right
missed
back.
it, but
So
he
you gonna
right
keep
though.
her 'cause her
Because
house-
if you ain't cleaning your house, you might not be cleaning your house. Mm. Let
right.
that,
I,
let
I
that
know. I caught that.
marinate.
I caught that.
Let that
I caught that.
marinate.
I caught that.
some women clean one house and don't clean the other now. Come on. Hello.
Your
That's
body
a,
temple, right?
Some of them wash it, but they just don't, they not good with cleaning up the house.
Donna, I'm gonna tell you something that I experienced firsthand.
Coming
I've
from.
seen these women work out, sweat everywhere, right? And I said, well, I know they're gonna take a shower. They're gonna be in there about 20 minutes, take a shower, get all up and come back out. They was out in 5 minutes. You know what all they did?
Did you hear the water running?
Whole bath.
Well, I smelled perfume. I didn't hear no water.
Did they give a whole bath?
I don't know what they did. They might have, but
Whole baths is only in emergency situations. We gotta be out camping or something, and it ain't no shower.
Or you on a train or something, and you traveling
It
between
gotta be
states.
an extreme situation to
Yeah.
do somebody's whole bath.
And
whole bath is
consider
extreme.
it a regular hygiene act.
practice is a practice. You do
Thank you.
so whatever.
Because of my surgery, I wasn't able to make this face. I can make this face now.
So that means you're healing, my brother.
I can make this face.
That's right. Make it. But the thing is all about routine, hygienic, you know, I don't know. Some people are just not into, like you said, she worked out. She worked out. She went in the bathroom for 5 minutes. You didn't hear no water, but you smell perfume. Now that's a big red flag. And then she want to lay up in your bed probably and want you to do some freaky deaky
I
things.
said I gotta go.
Oh, I can even curl my lip up now.
And you told her you had to go make a phone call.
With keys in hand.
You never came back?
No, you see, he here telling us about it.
But you didn't, but how you know she just didn't take a real fast bath?
What you think, Donna?
I don't know. I can't take no bath in just 5 minutes. I don't know what
You can't turn the water on and you gotta hold your hand under the water until it get hot for about a minute.
Let's put it this way. The bathroom had no steam, the towels wasn't wet, wasn't nothing going on but the perfume. Gotta go.
Okay.
Yep, I've left
Oh,
washcloths
wow.
for somebody before. I left soap and washcloths and a spare toothbrush for specifically for guests, and was like, "Go, you feel free to use the bathroom." They was in there for 10 minutes, and everything was completely dry. Nothing was used, and I was like, "What was you in here doing?" That's my main thing. What was you in here doing?
Maybe
Use the
they
10
had their
minutes.
own little carry bag with a towel in there.
They didn't have no carry bag. They didn't have nothing. They didn't have none of that.
I'm very diplomatic. I try to look at
Oh,
both sides.
they didn't have none of that. They went in the bathroom
They
and
didn't have
didn't
their
do
own bag
nothing.
and
They didn't have nothing.
yeah, see,
Ugh.
I can't do that.
Then you question you questioning yourself like they probably wasn't even clean before they came over here.
Right. And see, people out here who do that, that's watching this, and you do those little shortcuts and all that, and you wonder why, especially a woman, you wonder why he has not called you back or why he had to leave in such a huff because he had an emergency.
Why he had to go make
that type of thing. And if somebody goes in your bathroom and you left towels and stuff for them to wash and none of them are wet, really? Nobody's gonna want to roll in the hay with you. I don't care. I mean, I I don't get it. And so some people feel like they don't smell themselves. I smell all right.
I even left hypoallergenic soap for you, and you didn't use it. Nothing. Nothing.
No, I'm sorry.
Ugh.
You have to wash that ass. I can't do it. I just can't.
Ugh.
I can't do it. You gonna have to just
My
be
water bill is not
you
that
in the
high.
reject
Go
pile.
ahead and
You
use the
can't
water.
wash.
My water bill is not that high. Don't worry about my water bill. Go on
Yeah.
and get in that shower. You can take a 30-minute shower. I won't judge you.
But there's no way you can come from him and you sweating and you working out and you doing, I don't care. You may, some people don't get real funky, but the thing is you sweated and you need to wash your butt. You just did a massive workout. And
And
you,
then some people don't clean the machine. So you mixing sweat with public sweat.
right.
Then you come
And
on
then you
now.
want to come lay up next to the person and want them to be all over you. That's not fair.
I'm sorry I got off the topic, but I'm just expressing what I.
Yeah, you did. You went, but it's all right. I love that. I love the way this is table talk. This is grown folk table talk. And we bounce off. We go from left to right. We ain't even did current events yet. Y'all
We
just
didn't do Curdy Vince, none of that. Got me in my feelings over here.
we ain't even talked about the new president.
No, I'm glad we didn't.
Maybe for another show, because ain't nothing we could do is just sit back and just say whatever. I just think the whole thing was rigged.
Yeah.
I do.
And then they was distracting us with that Diddy mess. Don't nobody care about that.
Yeah, because he ain't coming home no time
Ain't
soon.
nobody, yeah, we don't, even if he do come home, even if he able to bear himself out of jail, we don't care about that. That's
Yeah,
between
that
him and
was
all those
right
people.
before the election. They tried to really get us all huffed up.
Yeah, no, I got a friend, I won't name them, but they won't stop watching Diddy videos and conspiracy theories. And I'm like, did you wish you was at the party? You would, like, come on, like, watch something else.
I know.
Damn.
It just can't keep beating yourself up like a dead horse. It is what it is. I just pray for all that. Well, this has been a hell of a year. I just want to say this. We have had so much. We've lost a lot of good, great, legends. We've
That's
had
true.
all this stuff happening. We had the Diddy thing, and what was the one before that? Diddy,
R. Kelly.
we had R. Kelly, and then we had this presidential race, and oh my God, ain't no telling what else. We still got another month left. Ain't no telling what else gonna happen to cap it off. But it's been really a
Cat Williams,
very
he said a lot of stuff at the beginning of this year where I'm just like, everything's coming to pass. He
Cat
got an
Williams.
inside. He got an inside scoop with somebody
Yep.
because this whole year has been a whirlpool that you can't get out of.
And we
It's
about
been a tailspin.
we about
I
ready
can't.
for a really a whirlpool at the beginning of the year, moving forward when stuff really gets set in stone and go into action. So we just got to be ready. We got
Yeah.
to be ready. I did
Well,
that video. I don't know if y'all saw the short I posted about the man who beat on my window and got mad at me because my placard wasn't hanging in
oh,
my,
I saw that video. I
you
didn't
know,
comment, but I saw
I
that
was
one.
like, let the effery begin. Big old
Yeah.
Browley, big old dude, the banging on my car window because my placard wasn't hanging right there. And he said, it's people like you that always park
Oh,
in the
people looking
garage
for a
and
fight.
you
People
don't
always
have a
looking for an
placard.
argument.
Huh?
It's like people acting like social media is in real life. Like you could just walk up and comment on something that's right there in front of you. Well, if you're in the wrong neighborhood, you get got real good in the chest.
He could have got.
Okay,
If I had been with
do that in
somebody
do that
that
in
had a
do that in
short
Oakland.
fuse, he would have
Do
got
that in
got.
DG's Oakland and see what happened.
I mean, dude was just banging on my window. I was like, I thought it was the popo. I say, what did I was getting ready to say, officer, what did I do? I'm just sitting there ordering my food on the phone. The placard happened to be sitting on my seat. And I'm like, why is this man? So I rolled down the window just a little bit and I'm like, can I help you? And he say, where is your placard?
Mm-mm.
I said, what? Where is your, this is how he was talking to me, pointing his finger. Where is your placard?
Black woman. You left that part out.
I didn't hear nothing you said. I gotta
Took
put the compression on.
everything in
Your
me.
voice is so deep and low. I gotta turn on the extra volume app I have here.
When
What
she
happened?
was saying, where is your placard? I was just saying, black woman.
See, yep, yep.
I
That part
said
be
he
kept
looked over
inside.
me on the seat. Oh, I see. Oh, I see it. Yeah. I wanted to know because it's people like you who park in this section all the time without a placard. People like me? Who is people like me? You see what I'm saying? Let the effery
Yeah,
begin. I say,
yeah.
this is a bit much. Big old Browley, and then end up walking away. He walked away. I say, see, if I had been with somebody else, it probably would have been a sad day. Cause you just don't. Who are you to question? You don't know what a person's disability is. You don't have the right to come question me. If I was parked here illegal, that's not your business, is it? Was you gonna move my car out of the spot?
You're right.
What was you gonna do about it?
I'm calling the police. Hello, yeah, there's a lady in the.
Was he had any disabilities or none? No.
He was walking fine. I don't know. I can't read because people look at. I've had. This is not the first time that happened. People see you okay, you walking, whatever. You don't know what a person's disability is. The doctor has given them a placard for whatever reason. It could be physically, it could be they get short of breath, it could be they got chronic arthritis, it could be it could be they don't have to have one leg, they don't have to be in a wheelchair. It's not always obvious
No, it isn't.
that you have a placard. So who are you to judge that? I've had people ask that before.
They sometimes they don't even give you a chance to put it on the mirror. You just
No,
park.
it was right on my seat. I hadn't even, because I always get it and hang it up. I was up there too busy on my phone trying to order my food. So when I went in there, I just pick it up.
Yeah.
But it was the way his tone and the way he talked to me. It was like
He had the right to say whatever he wanted to say to you.
like he was
Yeah.
checking me. Who are you, dude? Who are you? What are you doing? And it just rubbed me totally the wrong way. I was like, oh my God. Anyway, I told him a few choice words and he
I'm
hobbled.
sure you did. I'm sure you did.
I said, this ain't today. And it was a bad day at work too. And I had just moved. I think it was a Friday or something. But I'm like, he got the wrong one. And see, that's how people get hurt. And I'm not advocating crime or nothing, but that's how people actually get hurt. You just don't overstep certain boundaries and you don't know what a person is going through or what's going on with them.
That could have been like, okay, this is my last straw, and pulled out something and bow, bow, bow.
And I had a few things to pull out, but I didn't pull them. But he got
Mhm.
some choice words for real. And and he didn't say sorry or nothing. He just looked at it on my seat and said, oh, okay, I see it. But it's people like you that always park in these sections.
Yeah, he tried to justify it again. That's what it was. Like he had the right to act like that. Yep.
People like me. Hmm.
Yeah.
Black woman.
Right. Exactly. Black woman. That's what he.
That's what he
That's
wanted
That's
me
that's.
to say.
why, yeah, that's why everybody shouldn't be surprised that Kamala didn't win. this, like I said, there's folks in this country
Yeah,
that
Hillary
are
didn't
for
win either.
change. There are folks in this country that's for change, but this country is not ready to
Not
change.
ready for women. It's not
That's
ready.
right.
And
They don't
that
want a
is
woman
not
to
gonna
run.
happen.
So we
It
got
is
straight.
not a man is gonna have, not their arrogant tails are not gonna have a woman telling them this just what to do. Now let's just go back. They claim they're Christians, right? And I can't say folks are not. That's not my choice to say.
Right.
But these Christians also try to keep women from sharing the word, from being ministers and preachers.
That's
Right,
true.
that was a
So if they gonna keep them out the pulpit sharing God's word, you know they gonna keep them out the pulpit of the president, the presidency.
Right.
So just stop playing. And
But
They
women,
didn't
now,
like
but
that
it's
they
seat out
trying
in
to
there in
already
the
come
first
out.
it's
place.
already the subject is already about controlling women's rights as it is. Her rights to her own body. So this timing and that subject, they talked
Yeah.
about removing women's votes. Come
Yep.
on.
Yep.
So they're already trying to tell a woman what she can and can't do. So how in the world you think they're gonna vote a woman in that's gonna tell them what they can and what they can't do? That
Yep.
Absolutely amazing.
country, we rather take ignorance and we'll take the chance with the high percentage, basically. That's what they will. We'll take our chance. We'd rather take our chances with this and clean this up instead of, oh, what a woman is tough. Women's still fighting for legit right. Look what's going on with the WNBA. They speaking about the money that they're getting paid. You know, it just
Yep. I saw that.
it's not a surprise.
Wow. So we're in for 2025 is going to be an interesting year, you guys. Are you ready?
Yeah. Well, that's my 39th year.
Are you
That's your last
ready?
30s, baby. Better get
That's my
ready.
last 30s.
Oh, you just dropped that. And I wanted to say, maybe where my daughter is right now, she's in Belize, but I wanted to say happy birthday, baby. I don't know if the time is midnight there yet or what, but happy,
Oh, it will be her birthday.
yeah,
Yep.
happy birthday, baby. I love you.
Happy birthday.
Yes, enjoy yourself. Today is your day. 11/11, baby. 11/11. That's my baby girl for sure. Okay, you guys. Well, we touched on that. We're gonna do this inquiring minds right quick. We didn't kind of went
Yep, I got
all.
my notebook ready.
We didn't went all to the left. Took a lot of time talking about what was real. So
I kind of like that we went to the left a little bit.
yeah, sometimes it's good
Yeah,
to
because
switch it up. I don't know what time it is. I can't find the clock on this.
9:04 for y'all, 10:05 for me.
It's 10:05 for you.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
because
good.
I be trying to clean it up at 9:15 to 9:30 for sure. So everybody can, prepare for that. Oh, you guys got holidays tomorrow. It's Veterans Day,
The Veterans Day tomorrow. Yep.
So a lot of people are home and stuff like that, but not me.
And cha-ching, I'm working tomorrow too.
You gotta work too.
Yep, got to work tomorrow.
John and Cordell and Garrett, y'all ain't got a trip. So man. But I am gonna take me a day on Friday, so
I head back to the house.
I'm gonna get it in one way or another. But I just ain't gonna get it in tomorrow. But maybe the traffic and all that'll be a little slower. Maybe it'll be a lot of people, because a lot of people is off on that day.
Y'all can't barbecue, huh? Because of the fire danger and stuff, huh? Yeah, I don't think we can't barbecue
at
either.
my house. I don't
We
know.
barbecuing. What you talking?
What
Yeah, we
part?
can't.
What part of Cali you talking about?
I thought the whole Bay Area was under advisory or something. Oh, y'all good? Okay, because yeah, I live basically in the forest, so we can't barbecue ever. But people be doing it.
Ain't barbecue ever?
And nope,
Guys,
certain
just
places you can't do
propane,
it.
no choco, right?
You get no charcoal barbecue. Yeah, you can do gas.
No
I don't count that as
wood.
barbecuing.
But do
I
you
don't count
have
that as
any cool
barbecuing.
barbecue restaurants around where you can go get some good?
No, they don't have none of that out here.
Oh, you
I have to go to Oakland for that. I would
good.
when I come out to Oakland, I'm buying a whole bunch of barbecue and taking it right out here to Colorado and putting it in the freezer.
I know you are. Shoot.
I
You
know exactly what places I'm going to and put them in the freezers.
up, huh? I wonder if they still have that place over there on MacArthur. Is that Everett and Jones?
No, not Everett and Jones. There's one on Fruitvale that my dad went to. It
That's
was the
Cruise
best.
Lounge downtown off of Broadway, but it was a Everett and Jones right there on High Street in MacArthur.
I know that one. I don't mess. No
That,
offense to people who like Everett and Jones, but I don't
that's
mess
the
with
one
them.
that the other sister was running. But
It ain't. Oh, okay. So yeah, okay. That's a whole nother topic for another day.
I got a family member that is loyal to them, and I'm like, why?
They stuff.
Let me stop. Let me stop.
I used to like theirs, okay, but I used to like Lena's too, the soul food restaurant right there on High Street. I don't know if they still there. Call Lena. But anyway, I don't do. I just go to work out that way, and then I'll be zooming back out of there as quickly as I can. It's just too much going on, so I don't stay long. But anyway, but I love my Bay Area.
Gay area.
Bay Area. Inquiring minds want to know.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Let me just touch on this one real quick. This one is a hot mess too. So they just hot mess. Check y'all. Okay, anyway. I've been seeing someone for about 8 years now. They have become distant with calling, returning calls, and text messages. However, they say all is well, that they have just been busy with work and life. My thing is that we make time for what's important to us. I think that they are no longer interested in the way that they used to be, or that they have other interests. What should I do? I love them and don't want to start seeing others, but it seems as though they are pushing me in that direction. I have slept with no one else in the 8 years, but feel as though they have. Am I selling myself short?
For a limited time, choose a 3 or 6-month pay-to-term certificate and earn one of the most competitive rates in the market with the flexibility of choosing a short-term investment that's best for you. And you can relax when
Roll is gone.
A whole lot of crickets.
Oh, I'm still writing.
Anything you want me to go over?
The
Or
three
am I
gone.
selling myself short? It's been 8 years. They used to do things in a certain way. We get a lot of these, but people change, I guess. I mean, I don't know. They say they don't text and get back and call and do that timely like they used to. They say they've been very busy working and stuff like that. So I guess the intuition is they must be having other interests at this time or doing other things.
Ooh.
What do you
I'm
got?
I'm putting myself in it. I've been with somebody for 7 years, and this has been a long 7 years. I can't believe I'm saying this. Like, I look back to 2017 when I got with this person, and I'm like, damn, I think about where I was in 2017, and I think about all that we've been through till now, like right now, and I'm like, wow, I
Mm.
would have never in a million years guessed that I would be with this person for this long. But here we are. We're still here. We've worked it out in our own
Mhm.
way. But my thing is, I don't know if I could go 8 whole years without certain things being in place.
The way that they were, the way that they,
Yeah, I don't think I could go 8 years. I don't even think I could go a year. After about a year, I'll be like, hold on up. I don't even know if I could go a few months, let alone a year. I'll be like, wait a minute now. What's going on? I would say something, but there's a lot of details that I feel like that are left out. Like, how's the dynamic really? Do they live together? Because that's important. If y'all don't live together, if this person is working a lot, that is a major factor. You got, um, before the pandemic, there was a lot of traveling. I hated commuting, but luckily for me, I was living in my car, so I was able to, I was able to do certain things that other people can't. So there was no separation between I thought I was working out until the car broke down. Then I had to ramp stuff up and go get me another vehicle.
Mhm.
And but it was a lot, you know. So these people are most likely they're living in their own apartment. They get in their car, they go to work. And if they didn't deal with that stuff with the pandemic, if they had to go to work still and not have to be on Zoom and all of that, they're in the office, and that plays a factor. Yes, that's a 8 to 4, 9 to 5, whatever your schedule. Some people are working overtime. Um,
But don't you think I mean, not to say texting should always be the way to communicate, but that is a really quick, easy way to at least reach out and say, hey,
hey, I was sending nude pics on the job. Okay, come on now. Like, there's ways to make this work. And
mhm,
pull your shorts down, take a pic, send it. Like, come on, there's ways to communicate.
yeah,
You know, come on
one
now.
way or another.
Keep
You
keep the
may not
spice
could be on
going.
a 30-minute telephone call, but you could find it, especially if this is what you used to do. And then
You
all of
could find
a
stuff
sudden
to
you
keep
start
the spice
slacking.
going in between time. Hey, pull it out while you're stuck in traffic. Take a picture. Something. Make it spicy. Come on now.
Mhm.
That's something. You can do
So
something.
do you guys feel that when a person changes or switches gears, like in this case, that I mean, their intuition is saying perhaps they have other interests. They gotta be focusing in on somebody else or something, right? For them to have just kind of fell off like that. You're not saying they don't want to see them or they don't want to be with them no more or deal with them like that. They're just saying they haven't been able to really connect with them the way they used to. So the person is starting to feel like it must be something else going on here. And that they haven't slept with anybody else. They haven't been with anybody else. They're trying to save themselves for, I guess maybe they ain't really specifically saying, but I'm reading between the lines. Perhaps the lovemaking has ceased or calmed down a lot too. Um, so they're feeling kind of deprived in this moment.
I can relate to the work part because I know me sometimes I have the intentions to call someone or to do something, but I'm working and I want the right time. I don't want like, oh, in the middle of my job, in the middle of me doing something and somehow, oh, let me get finished, let me get settled down. And then in the midst of doing all that, sometimes you get settled and you just fall out or you just caught up doing something you don't, it's not an intentional, it's just you're overwhelmed or you're just carrying a heavy load at the moment. And it can go on from day to day to week, you know. It can go on. I mean, it's the time when I tell my mom, oh, here, let me call you. I'm gonna call you right back. And I go on, and she'll call me, and I'm like, oh, God, dog it. You know, when I see her call, I was supposed to call her 4 days ago, you
Mhm.
know, or
I've
whatever
done that.
and
I ain't gonna
stuff
lie, I've
like
done that
that.
too.
And so it don't, and I'm not saying that it's not a probability, but that don't necessarily mean that a person is not interested. You know, they could just been just caught up today, they happy to get off. And sometimes I know my day can be so god dog heavy when I get off, I don't want to talk to nobody,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because I didn't sit up here and talk to all these people today, you know, and I don't want to talk to nobody. I need to kill the noise in my head and, you know, and try to keep going. And a lot of times you don't think about it. You
Yeah.
know, you think
Well,
later and go, God dog it, I meant to call these people, I meant to text them. So then you say, okay, I'm gonna text them to because you want the perfect time, you know, and then that time go by, you know, and it's nothing intentional. No one else or nothing like that, you know. And some people literally, you know, are remorseful because they haven't been able to make that call or whatever.
Yeah. Life brings about distractions and other things, like you say. I mean, I'm guilty of that myself. It's the people that I have in my mind to call and check on, or I come home and just the type of work I do, they're in my face all day long. This person, that person, this person, that person, and then the commute. So I may come home and have intentions on reaching out to somebody, and I'll just, after I get myself together, I drift off. Another day then went by, another day then went by, and it's like, oh man, I need to call that person. So, I get it. I don't know, but when you're connected with somebody and you're dating or in a relationship with them, it just seems like it's an automatic thing that you want to hear their voice, or you automatically will text them or something. You just do. It's not something that you forget. You just
but
don't forget that.
here's the thing: when you get to a point after, let's say, that 7 year mark, and you're still engaging with that person,
Yeah.
sometimes what happens is that you just need a moment for yourself. They need to talk really about how they feel emotionally. She's emotional. She feels disconnected from him, but he probably feels that, hey, I'm just like John said, I'm beat down. By the end of the day, I just want to just go to sleep because I got to do it all over again the next day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, it's like, you want me to call you, just stay on the phone and say nothing, or to give you my
I
undivided,
have friends that do that. We'll be on the phone for 2 hours
I'll give you my
and we not really saying nothing.
and say, hey, this is what I think. But you got to be able to say, this is how I feel. I wish you would call me more often than not. And then she would hear what he's going through. Right
Yeah.
now, she don't know what he's going through. He might be going through something. Could be personal, could be physical, could be, like John said, just overwhelmed. Just, hey,
Yeah.
But what's wrong with just communicating that?
that's what
Don't
I'm
don't
saying.
don't you both deserve at least to communicate, to know?
But here's the thing: we don't know how those conversations are generated. He might call her and say, "Hey, how are you?" And she might just throw up at him. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to hear that. I want to see how you doing. Are you doing okay? What can I do to help you? What can you do to help me? Here's my problems. I'm always listening to your problems, but what about my problems? You never ask me about my problems, but I'm always hearing about your problems.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. So I'll hey, I'll call you on the weekend when I got some time.
Yep.
Cordell, don't be so cold. How you gonna?
Yep.
It's Monday.
That's how I
You
gotta
gonna
be.
tell her you'll call her on the weekend when you have some time?
Hey, would you want your man to give you his undivided attention and just say, yeah, okay, yeah, Well, what about this? What do you think? Nah, I don't know. What you think? So he ain't giving you no feedback. He's not helping you develop in any kind of way. But the other half is just, like I said, they're just throwing up on him. Probably don't want to hear that. Give me something positive.
You agree, Gareth? Yeah. Gareth chilling. This is his chilling night. He just on.
Yeah.
That's all right, my brother. We got you. Just hang on. Don't let go.
Well, communication is everything. I think I've said this many times, and I'll say it again. If you're not communicating, and you're just coming up with things and assuming, that can be your demise. So I didn't hear anything about communicating anything to the other person at all.
Self-sabotage.
Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of doubts. That's cool that she hasn't slept with anybody. That's cool. You know,
Looks like she wanted more of opinion. Like she said, am I selling myself short? I haven't slept with anybody else. I love them and don't want to start seeing other people. Maybe that's something she's thinking about. Maybe other people are coming at her. Emotions is something else. I mean, emotional connection with somebody. A lot of times people do kind of drift off to that other person or that other attention or that other conversation when they're missing. Usually they missing that from who they with,
right.
that touch, that time, those compliments, little things. It's just little
Oh,
things.
not an ad.
They
Sorry.
got to go both ways, though. He probably compliments her all the time, build her up, but when he needs it, maybe he ain't getting it. You don't know.
It's a two-way street. I would agree.
Yeah.
And for some, a lot of times is looked upon as men being this stronger vessel that, men are emotional too, not as extreme as women, but you are, and you do need stroking, and you do need to be told certain things too, and ask certain questions, and shit, just how was your day?
It matters.
How are you feeling? Maybe
Sometimes
your
we don't
back hurt. Maybe your butt hurt. Maybe your BBL ain't go right. I mean, I don't know.
I know you didn't.
Maybe you started to deflate. Maybe you started to deflate on one end. I don't know. She needs to ask you how you are too, right? But
Right.
men, it's hard. Men are not really big communicators like women. You guys hold things in. You don't really talk about what you're feeling until it's just an explosive thing.
Donna,
Wait,
well,
wait.
I got to comment on that. What men do is simple. We do communicate, but what happens in the past, I can't say for all men, but most men will communicate with their significant other. And while they're doing that, some will stir up an argument and they'll throw that stuff back in the man's face. And he said, I'm done. I ain't sharing nothing like that no more with you.
What,
Because
she'll
all
throw
I'm
the
going to
past? You say that she'll throw something from the past in his face, or just
bring it up. She'll bring it up, and then all of a sudden, that loyalty that you had for opening up to her, I can't do that again because it's not going to work out. So I'll keep my thoughts to myself.
okay.
And that's I think that's one of the things what he said. I agree with that too. Because remember, I mentioned to you earlier about taking something that I feel is personal and forming it as a weapon against me.
Right.
You know. So, but not only that, it's when you go to share and the attention is not there. You know, you say what's going on, you say something, and then you don't get no feedback, you don't get nothing, or you go to say something and you either cut off or, oh, that's like me, then we back on that person, on the other person, and this is from experience, sharing, sharing something, and then, you ain't listening. Yeah, I was listening. Yeah, what I said. You were saying something about,
I've
something
gotten that
about,
before. I've gotten that
no,
before.
no, no. And like Grenell was saying, we keep it simple. We go, hey, this is what's going on with me. Blah, 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 blah. And that's it. And when there's nothing said or whatever else, it's like, well, ain't no sense in me saying anything else again.
Or if they're not being receptive
Of
or
none of that. You know, you ever talk to someone? You talk to someone. Say you're on the phone. I had this before on the phone. Hey, what's going on? Oh, everything good? Oh yeah, how was your day? Oh, blah 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 blah, and da 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 da, and da 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 da. You like what? Is this so and so? You engaging and everything, yeah. And then you go to say, so what was up with you? Then you go to tell your part. Well, I was doing this, and well today, and then all of a sudden they. And you go, what you laughing at? I was watching I
Oh,
was watching
bruh.
so and so,
I've
and
been through that too.
they're not paying you no
Mm.
attention. So the man shut down. That's why men carry so much. That's why stress is one of the number one killers for us, because the stuff that's built in, held in. And when you don't usually talk like that among one another, certain things, because people's egos, but what have you, but then you do expect the one that you're with, that you're listening to listen to you. And that's a big thing. And a lot of men in our men's group area, a lot of them say one of the things I've never heard. What is this that a woman has a voice, but a man can never express, use his voice? You
and
know,
he should be able to.
well, we all know that, but in the reality of it, a lot of times, I'm not saying that there's not some women who's not supportive and not there to listen and to help or what have but a lot of times that's not the case. They move on. And if something is related to whatever was shared with him and he didn't do something, what you don't remember what I told you or what I was dealing with, and you brought this up. But at the same time, the man say, hey, remember I told you this is what's bothering me and whatever. Oh boy, this is what we get,
Yeah, it's
you
like
know.
your actions, the man's actions, is not as meaningful to that
Yeah.
other person, but it is to him because he's sharing that. So why share it if it's going to have no weight at all? Just be dismissed and just thrown under the rug and just move on with something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like
So
Cordell said, meaningful. I was where I thought he was going to go was when a man's going to express what's going on is not as meaningful as the woman want hers to be as meaningful to him.
right.
Because see, she wants him to listen. She wants him to be able to. And how many times are you listening? You hear me? You hear me? You hear that a lot. And that's not just from one person. You know what I mean? You know, they want to make sure you're listening. You still there, you're paying attention.
Yeah.
You know, and when a man can say, so what? Gloria did what? And will participate and literally engage in the conversation. But then when it comes down and say, hey, I need to talk to you, you know, what's going on with me.
Yeah, I like you said, it's all about that communication and listening to one another. And in this case, she just has to have that talk with him. Ask some questions, find out what's going on, and be there for him too. Maybe it's some things he would like to share that he's going through that she hasn't been too attentive to.
And if he
Or
doesn't want to be with her, he
he's
needs to
falling
speak
out
up
of
and say that.
it could be it could be the other extreme. Maybe he got interest in somebody else
Yeah,
You,
get confirmation
you
first
should
though.
say
Like,
that,
instead of accusing him.
because she's making it seems like she's making assumptions
Yeah.
about what's going on. And so I would say, in her case, yeah, just talk to him. He might be like, yeah, I am seeing somebody else, and we wasting our time here. I think you should. I think, hey, it was a long 8 years, and I'm saying that I didn't know how to tell you. You start the conversation. Yeah, I'm talking to somebody else, and it's good over here.
no, that's
Good luck
on
to you,
him.
peace, right?
That's
And then he go on
on
about his life, and now you got your closure. Now you got you're able to move on.
That get people hospital visits. You come popping up. Yeah, I know we been. I got something over here, and next thing you know, and this group.
Is that Glory outside my car? Wait,
You
she got a
ain't.
baseball bat. What the shit?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't right.
It's real.
No, if it's like that, he need to say that then.
Yeah.
But to get him, she needs to ask the question because see, right now, she's the one with the feeling. So therefore, it's really like the burden of proof is on her.
Right.
She needs to say, hey, what's going on? Just and if it was vice versa, if it was the guy, whoever having that feeling, you need to speak, you need to say, hey, check this out. This is how I'm feeling. This is how things are seeming. This is how things seems, and blah, 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 and take it from there. But to kick back and just let it continue and
Yeah.
assume, because what happened is you make the wrong assumption and you can destroy something that was probably gonna be beautiful for the rest of your lives. You know what I mean? Off an assumption.
Yeah. That's true. Well, I hope that we've been able to
I
help
know I sure was.
this
I'd be like,
young
who the hell are you getting jiggy with? You sure ain't over here with the blood. Why? What the
Why
what?
you ain't stroking on Big Papa?
I ain't even talking on big blood. I'd be like, why you didn't tell me good something? Good night, whatever.
Yeah. Communication, baby. That's
I
all.
mean, and we mean it sometimes. We all mean it, but if
But
they're going for a
men need
long
to talk.
time,
Men need to.
it's something either going on with that person, like she said, or they just not interested.
It could go either way. Like I say, either they not interested or they interested in
Yeah.
something else and they don't have time they done fell out of interest with you, or it's something that they're going through. Maybe they are working hard and they got other issues and they just not.
Maybe send a pic with the t-shirt and no panties on. Something. Come on now,
And
change it
Adina
up,
Howard,
spice it
some
up.
Adina Howard.
She just
Yeah, come
no
on now.
panties and bend over and pick up something from the
Some
floor.
Adina Howard.
Yeah, put on that Adina Howard t-shirt and the panties on. Come on now.
You'd be surprised.
Does
You'd
that
be
work?
so you'd
Does
be
that work,
surprised.
gentlemen? The
It'll work
Shit,
panties
for
and the
me.
t-shirt?
I'll be right over.
you ain't lying.
I'll
I'll
get
be
my
like,
car and
oh,
smash over there.
oh, oh. They'd be like, what's wrong with you? Oh, I think I used the bathroom on myself. I got to go home.
You know what? That's
You gotta take it. This is hey, and he like, I'm not feeling too good. Well, you just keep working, let us know if it get worse. And then you go, nah.
I gotta see y'all tomorrow.
Something ain't right. Something ain't right. That's a right job.
Right, I got to go I got to go. Y'all a mess. Anyway, but I hope we was able to help this young lady, and I hope things worked out for her and her situation. We are at the end of our time for tonight. We will be back here next Sunday for some grown folk table talk, so that we can all enjoy one another again, and we will follow suit a little bit more. We left out a lot of things tonight, but we did talk about a lot of things, and that was nice. We flipped it in a different way, so that was something new and refreshing. I am appreciative that everybody was able to join in tonight. You guys surprised me. I thought we was gonna have just a couple of, but I do appreciate you, and I appreciate my viewing audience for being here next Sunday. I don't know, 49ers play. I don't know if they play late or early, but either way it go, we still gonna be here, y'all. We're gonna be here around the game some kind of way,
And how
okay?
did you help they let their people, the first ones called about the wedding night surprise?
What wedding night surprise?
The guy who brought the big old dildo.
Oh yeah, what happened to it?
I'm asking you. Did you
What
give him
happened to
some
the
advice?
dildo?
You give him some advice? You know, she could go buy one of them little mechanical things and say, look, he done bought me a big old, I got you a little mechanical.
I
The
don't know
little
what to
mechanical.
tell nobody with that situation. Only thing I know is when,
And now we
to
good.
wait all that time until your wedding day and you have a Vienna.
Yeah.
I just think that you should have discussed
Well,
it.
you just have any surprise. Any
Y'all
surprise
should discuss that kind of.
on your wedding day. And you surprise anybody on your honeymoon with any surprise, that's a problem. That's grounds for damn near annulment.
And then sometimes I've heard stories where a person on their honeymoon, they just didn't even feel like doing, they didn't feel like clapping.
Tired.
Wow.
It wasn't in the mood.
Do it in the
I don't know
morning.
about that.
Is that giving a strong message? But
I could be,
sometimes,
I can say, baby, I'm tired. We gonna make it work.
I'm not gonna say what I would do. I ain't gonna even say what I would do. It's probably not appropriate for
on
you
your
to.
honeymoon
We
night,
get some cold
if one
water.
of y'all
Cold
don't
water.
feel like doing nothing, how?
No, not on my honeymoon night.
But if they don't feel like doing it, what you gonna do? Take it?
No. I'm
No,
just
put on some
saying, I'm
adult
not gonna be the
cinematography
one. I'm
all
not
over the
gonna be the
hotel room.
one in the not want to.
You may not be the one, but what if they don't want to?
I'm gonna put a video on the big screen. I'm gonna be nasty with it. I'll make sure. I'll make sure.
JJ be trying to give a message, don't you,
Yeah,
JJ?
you're right.
Yep, I'll let
Shoot,
it be. Yep,
something. Be like,
it's
yeah,
gonna be squirting
is this
everywhere. I'll make
working? Is
sure
this
of it.
working for you?
I
Is
think
this
that would make
working
me
for
feel
you?
some kind of way. It's my wedding night, and you telling me you don't
Yeah, I'm gonna feel some kind of way
you don't
too.
want to clap on our wedding night? Now, I can see if you say tomorrow or the next day, you
And
just.
you don't want to
Right.
be
I'll be like, yeah, I can
honeymooning.
wait till
But the
tomorrow.
actual night,
Be like, girl, you know we honeymooning
and
in
I'm
Vegas,
spending
and
my
there's
life with you,
options.
is this what I signed up for?
There's options in Vegas, and we honeymooning in Vegas.
We made a couple of
Ooh.
calls talking about Tyrone.
You ain't got to make no
Told me I
calls. Just
shouldn't have
walk the
married you.
block. The man gonna hand you a card
Tyrone.
anyway. He gonna hand you a card with a number on it anyway.
South Vegas police.
He gonna be passing out the cards. Here you go. Your honeymoon ain't right. Here you go. Call this number.
1-800 moon not right. Shit.
One it's gonna be 188 YouTube.
Me too. Shoot, I don't know, but anyway, that's I don't even want to think
You wouldn't
about
have to
that.
worry about that.
I
I'd be
w- I
like, shoot,
could.
we could be making toast, baby. While the toast is
Matter of
making,
fact, if
how about
anybody
we
has
fool around a little
experienced that,
bit?
hit me in my
Waiting
inbox
on
and
this
let me
toast to
know. We'll
pop
talk
up.
about it. We'll
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah,
Right here on Table Talk. If you have experienced a honeymoon nightmare,
Yes.
we need to know. Honeymoon
Yep.
nightmare. Because if you didn't, and then I want to know if you have experienced a honeymoon nightmare, are you still together? Where's my pen at so I can write that down? I'm going to revisit this next week. Honeymoon
nightmares.
nightmare.
Honeymoon night.
I know it's some out there because I need to hear about it. Okay, y'all, thank you very much for joining us. We're going to see you next Sunday. I don't know what date that is, but it's coming up. Let me see what date that is.
Huh? It's the
That will be Sunday
17th.
the 17th. We will be right here live. And in fact, if there's any changes or alterations to the schedule, you will be let known ahead of time. But as far as I know, we're going to be here, God willing. Okay. Thank you very much for joining in tonight. We'll see you next week. Tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. All right, y'all.